Do you feel that the world around you is always sabotaging you? As if every step you take, instead of moving you forward, is met with a wall raised in silence, designed to make you hesitate. It's not just life being hard. It's as if the very fabric of reality is being manipulated so that the right doors never open when you need them most. But the truth is that behind these apparent barriers, there is a force shaping your journey. Something that few understand, but those who carry a higher mission know. The game is rigged, yes. But it is to forge the greatness you already carry within. It seems unfair, doesn't it? A game that has been rigged, where the cards never seem to be in your favor. The world insists on making you believe that you are small, insignificant, incapable of breaking the chains of destiny that others have written for you. Society, with its norms and expectations, constantly tries to mold you, forcing you to fit into standards that have nothing to do with who you really are. The people around you may not understand the depth of your struggle, and that misunderstanding only makes the burden heavier. But what you need to understand is that these manipulations, these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, are there for a reason. They are part of a much larger plot, designed to forge your strength. Imagine for a moment that you are inside a chess game, but the pieces on the board move according to a logic that doesn't make sense. The moves that seem to knock you down are not random. They are part of a larger strategy, and this strategy has a clear purpose: to prepare you for something that few can reach. As a chosen one, you weren't placed in this game to be a common piece. In fact, you carry within you the ability to see beyond the board, to understand that, while others may try to manipulate you, your vision transcends the limitations imposed by this system. The game is rigged, yes, but not against you. It was designed so that you discover your true strength amidst the chaos. The world is a master of manipulation. It makes you believe that you need to follow certain paths, that there are unbreakable rules for success, for happiness, for acceptance. But for the chosen ones, these rules do not apply in the same way. You feel it, don't you? As if you're always out of place, as if something in you is different, misunderstood. And that's no accident. This manipulative game tries to force you to conform, to forget who you are at your core, to blend in with the rest. But here's the truth that few know: the more unfair the game seems, the more it reveals how powerful you really are. It presses you so that, at the right moment, you discover the depth of your resilience, your unshakable faith, and your greater purpose. Make no mistake, the manipulation you face is not a sign of weakness, but a proof of your potential. Only those who carry within them a divine mission, something that can transform the world, face the greatest adversities. The obstacles that seem relentless are like invisible weights that train your soul, strengthen your spirit, and prepare you for what's to come. Every fall, every rejection, every moment of doubt is a reminder that you are destined for something much greater than this game tries to make you believe. And that's exactly why, despite everything, you will win. The system may be rigged, but you, chosen one, were designed to overcome every move it makes against you. The manipulation you face is not limited to what is visible. What's at stake here goes far beyond tangible obstacles. It's the norms, the standards, the expectations that surround you, all designed to make you doubt what you are truly capable of achieving. From a young age, you were taught to adapt to a system that was never made to understand you. You were led to believe that you must follow a script written by others, without question. Yet something inside you always knew there was a disconnect, that the rules of this game weren't made for someone like you. And that feeling is not an illusion. It is the initial spark of something much greater, something that few recognize, but that the chosen ones feel from an early age. There's an invisible pressure weighing on you, as if you're always being watched by forces expecting you to fail. It's society that looks at you with disdain when you choose a path outside the conventional. It's the silence in the moments when you need support the most, as if the very universe were testing your patience, your faith, and your resilience. But unlike others, you feel that there is something more behind all of this. There is a reason for this silence, for these closed doors. The world doesn't turn against you by accident. These barriers don't exist just to stop you but to awaken you to the truth of who you really are. Have you noticed that the more you try to fit in, the more you feel like something is missing? This disconnect is part of the rigged game, a system that never recognizes the true essence of the chosen ones. The system tries to push you into a predictable life, full of limitations, with no true purpose. But somehow, you always knew you couldn't follow that path. Even in moments of doubt, there's a voice inside you that insists on reminding you, there's something greater waiting for you. This is your truth, the secret that the rigged game tries to hide. The system cannot allow you to discover how powerful you truly are. For many, life follows a predictable routine, a cycle of repetition without questioning. But for you, chosen one, this reality cannot be accepted. What seems normal to others, the silent acceptance of imposed rules, is a prison for you. Every step you take towards your true purpose seems to meet a new form of resistance. Doors close, opportunities vanish, connections dissolve. But with each loss, with each difficulty, there is a hidden sign: you are on the right path. The game only gets harder because you are closer to discovering your true power. What most people don't realize is that the true power of the chosen ones doesn't come from a life without challenges, but precisely from the ability to navigate through the rigged systems. Every trial, every rejection, is there to sharpen your mind and strengthen your spirit. It's the apparent failures that teach you how to rise in ways others could never understand. And while many succumb to the pressures of a world that demands conformity, you find your true strength on the fringes of this system, where few dare to tread. The game is rigged, yes, but it is only a test, and you are destined to win, because it is in chaos that the chosen ones transform into unbeatable forces. Loneliness is part of the journey of the chosen ones. It's not an accident, nor a punishment, but one of the deepest tests. When the world around you seems to pull away, it's because you are being prepared for something greater. Loneliness forces you to look within, to listen to that inner voice that whispers the truth about who you really are. Though painful, this isolation is necessary for you to begin to recognize the difference between the expectations of others and the purpose the universe has reserved for you. Many may see loneliness as a sign of weakness or failure, but for the chosen ones, it is a rite of passage. The disconnection you feel from others is, in fact, a form of protection, an opportunity to disconnect from the distractions of the world and align yourself with your spiritual mission. While the world tries to mold you, this isolation offers a chance to become who you are meant to be, free from the expectations of others. Here, in the silence, true strength begins to emerge. Imagine loneliness as a forge. Every moment of isolation is a fire that refines your essence, removing the impurities of external influences and preparing you for the mission that few are capable of carrying. It is in these moments, away from the noise of the world, that the chosen ones begin to realize that their struggles are far more than simple obstacles. They are preparation, proof that the universe is preparing something great. The more intense the fire, the stronger the metal being forged. Have you noticed how, in your moments of greatest isolation, the greatest revelations arise? When the noise of external expectations quiets, you can finally hear your own voice. It is in this silent space that the truth emerges. It's no coincidence that when you feel most lost, it's also when you're closest to discovering a new part of yourself. Isolation forces you to face your own shadows, and by doing so, you discover they hide a light that has always been there. However, loneliness is not eternal. It is a cycle, a necessary space for awakening. When you pass through this phase, you emerge stronger, more aware of your power and purpose. Loneliness was just the cocoon, preparing you to become what the world needs. And when you awaken from this state, something changes. The world, which once seemed to conspire against you, begins to respond differently. It's as if, by finding your truth, you begin to shape the game in your favor. What many ignore is that the manipulation is not limited to visible forces. There is an invisible war happening in another sphere, where negative spiritual forces try to divert the chosen ones from their path. These energies want you to doubt your purpose, to give up on your journey. But at the same time, they reveal something important: you are a threat. If you weren't, the effort to stop you wouldn't be so intense. This invisible battle is proof that you carry something extraordinary. These spiritual forces don't manifest in obvious ways. They act behind the scenes, through internal doubts, inexplicable fears, and external pressures that seem to multiply at critical moments. They try to silence your voice, confuse your mind, and obscure your vision. But you, chosen one, have an advantage they cannot nullify: your direct connection with the divine. It is this link that protects you, even in the darkest moments. With every attack, you have the chance to grow stronger. The trials you face are not mere coincidences. Every challenge is an opportunity to reaffirm your faith and commitment to your purpose. Contrary to how it seems, the rigged game is not there to defeat you but to test your endurance and, more than that, to sharpen your soul. Every spiritual battle brings you closer to a deeper understanding of your mission. And with each obstacle overcome, you become more prepared for what is to come. There is an invisible protection around you, a force that ensures that despite the attacks, you will remain standing. You must have felt it before. Amidst the chaos, there is an inexplicable peace that surrounds you, a calm that doesn't make sense in the middle of the storm. This is the protection that accompanies the chosen ones. When everything seems to be falling apart, it is this invisible force that keeps you steady, even when your mind questions what's happening. It is proof that your path is guided by something greater. The spiritual war is intense, but it reveals your true power. Many may crumble in the face of adversity, but you were made to endure. Every battle won brings you closer to your purpose. Every obstacle overcome molds you for the destiny that has been reserved just for you. And this war, far from destroying you, prepares you for inevitable victory. In the end, you will realize that every blow, every test, was a necessary step toward the realization of what you are destined to become. Before moving forward, if you feel that the path can be lonely and challenging, our ebook will be a valuable resource for you. It offers valuable insights to help you understand your gifts and navigate your spiritual journey with more clarity. By purchasing it, you will also gain access to our exclusive community on Discord, where you can share your experiences with other chosen ones in a welcoming and understanding environment. Don't miss the opportunity to connect and receive exclusive content. The link is in the first pinned comment here on the video. The spiritual awakening begins when you finally understand that the game has always been rigged. But instead of surrendering to it, you start seeing these manipulations as signs. Signs that you are on the right path. The world tries to distract and divert you, but something inside you has changed. Your vision expands, and what once seemed like a trap now reveals itself as a test. The awakening happens when you realize that behind every obstacle, there is an opportunity for growth. It is at this moment that you begin to see yourself as you truly are, someone who carries a purpose far greater than others can comprehend. Spiritual awakening is not a grand, singular event. It's a continuous process that happens every time you rise after a fall. With every setback, you discover a new layer of strength within yourself. The awakening is, in fact, a series of revelations about your true potential, something only the chosen ones have the capacity to experience. With this awakening, you realize that the world around you tries in every possible way to keep you trapped in patterns that no longer apply to you. The same distractions that work on others no longer have power over you. While many get lost in the chaos and daily pressures, you begin to find calm in the midst of the storm. This is the power of an awakened chosen one, the ability to see beyond the manipulations, to understand the purpose behind each trial, and to keep moving forward. Awakening does not mean the challenges end. In fact, they may even intensify. But now, instead of being caught off guard by difficulties, you anticipate them. Each challenge becomes a new opportunity to reaffirm your faith and strength. And with each battle won, you grow stronger. The chosen one not only survives the manipulations of the game, but thrives within them. Upon awakening to your true nature, you transform obstacles into stepping stones for your ascension. This awakening process is not easy. It requires you to let go of old beliefs, to abandon the certainties imposed by the world, and to embrace the uncertainty of your unique journey. But it is precisely this uncertainty that strengthens you. The chosen one learns to trust their intuition, their connection with the divine, and to move forward even when the path seems impossible. Because, deep down, you know that this journey was designed to lead you to victory. The game may be rigged, but you have a vision that goes beyond the rules. As you progress, the world may try to knock you down even harder. The trials seem bigger, and the falls more painful. But now you see these difficulties in a new light. They are not signs of failure, but confirmations that you are evolving. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, a chance to get closer to your purpose. And no matter how intense the trials are, something inside you refuses to give up. This resilience is proof of your destiny. Many around you may not understand the inner strength you carry. They may even see your battles as failures, not realizing what is being forged within you. But the chosen ones know that every obstacle overcome is a step towards the final victory. You are not just surviving, you are transforming. And this transformation is deep, silent, often imperceptible to others, but undeniably real. Every battle you face brings you closer to the realization of your true potential. Now, you begin to see that the strength of the chosen ones does not come from the absence of challenges, but precisely from their ability to overcome them. It is in the difficulties that your power is revealed. And this is where many fail to understand what it means to be a chosen one. It's not about having an easy life or being free from trials. It's about having the strength to endure what few can, and still rise. True victory is not an escape from challenges, but a journey of constant and triumphant confrontation. With every step you take, the game seems to adjust to make the path more difficult. Yet, you notice something curious: the harder the challenge, the more prepared you are to face it. This is no coincidence. What once seemed impossible is now seen as a necessary step in your journey. The manipulation of the system, instead of destroying you, ends up strengthening you. It's as if the game itself, in trying to defeat you, ends up molding you to become invincible. Every test only increases your resilience. And then, something changes within you. That feeling that the world is against you starts to lose strength. Now, you understand that the barriers were placed to reveal your true strength, not to defeat you. The rigged game that once seemed unfair now reveals itself as a training ground. With every obstacle overcome, you get closer to what the universe has planned for you. You not only resist, you thrive. And with this new awareness, you become unstoppable. From this point on, you realize that the game is no longer about winning or losing, but about transformation. What once seemed like a battle against external forces becomes an internal journey. With each new challenge, you rediscover yourself stronger, wiser, and more connected to your purpose. The rigged system no longer has the power to sway you, for you have already understood that the true victory lies in how you shape yourself in the face of difficulties. What once knocked you down now lifts you up. The victory of the chosen ones is not something grand in the eyes of the world. Often it is not visible to outsiders. It happens quietly, in the soul that resists, that refines itself, that finds peace in the chaos. It is this inner victory that shapes the reality around you. When you understand that nothing that happens is an accident, that each trial was planned to take you to the next level, you finally begin to play the game of life with a completely different perspective. You become the master of your own destiny. With every step, you begin to realize that the system that once seemed your enemy now bows before your resilience. Those who tried to stop you, the energies that tried to divert you, begin to lose their impact. The chosen one is no longer affected by the world's traps because they have learned to see them for what they are, temporary tests, necessary for their evolution. What once held you in cycles of pain and doubt now serves as fuel for your ascension. You transcend the manipulations. The world tries to imprison the chosen ones in limitations, but now that you are awake, you see beyond that. From the moment you recognize your true power, the limits begin to disappear. You no longer play by the imposed rules. Your journey now follows a higher order, one that the rigged system will never understand or control. This is the great turning point. You realize that you are not here just to survive, but to break the barriers that were placed before you and create new realities. This revelation does not exempt you from future challenges, but it strengthens you to face them with a new stance. You are no longer shaken by the difficulties that once paralyzed you. What once seemed unbearable now becomes proof that you are heading in the right direction. Every new obstacle is a reminder that your destiny is not to be defeated by this game but to be transformed by it. And with each new inner victory, the world around you begins to change. You shape your reality instead of being shaped by it. The trials you face are not just random tests, they are refinement tools, like the fire that purifies metal. Pain, failure, rejection, all these experiences serve a greater purpose: to sharpen your mind, strengthen your soul, and reveal the power you carry. Every fall teaches a lesson, every loss brings wisdom. Along the journey, you learn to transmute your pain into strength and your doubt into clarity. The chosen ones are alchemists of the soul, turning every experience into spiritual gold. With each trial overcome, you get closer to your true essence. It's as if the difficulties remove the superficial layers, revealing the unshakable strength that exists at your core. This transformation is continuous, and you never stop refining yourself. The fire of trials does not cease because your growth does not either. The stronger you become, the more capable you are of facing even greater challenges. And by embracing this cycle of refinement, you begin to realize that the rigged game itself is at the service of your growth. This refinement process is what sets the chosen ones apart from others. Many try to avoid trials, fearing discomfort and pain. But you know that true power comes precisely from the ability to face these experiences head-on. The more intense the challenges, the greater the opportunity for growth. It is this cycle of pain and rebirth that molds the chosen one, transforming them into someone capable of achieving things others can hardly imagine. And it is this very capacity for transmutation that prepares you for your final destiny. By transcending the manipulations, you begin to realize that the true power of the chosen ones does not lie in avoiding challenges but in facing them head-on with newfound clarity. With every obstacle overcome, you get closer to your ultimate purpose, and the world around you begins to align with this truth. What once seemed like an endless struggle now reveals itself as a necessary preparation. Every difficulty is transformed into a step that takes you to a new stage of your journey. The external world, once seen as an unjust battlefield, is now understood as a platform for growth. You are no longer bound by the rules of the manipulative game. Life, for you, becomes a constant opportunity for evolution. Every trial that once weakened you now strengthens you. It's as if the system itself, in trying to bring you down, has been shaping you for something much greater. And with this new perception, you begin to understand the true purpose of the game. Many around you may remain trapped in the cycle of manipulation, not realizing that there is something beyond. But you, chosen one, see clearly. The game that once seemed like a trap now reveals itself as training to prepare you for what comes next. You understand that while the world strives to keep you at the level it comprehends, you are rising, reaching a new state of being. This ascension is not visible to everyone, but it is felt. You no longer belong to the imposed limitations. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you emerge stronger with every apparent defeat. What once held you back now dissolves in the light of your new consciousness. The game was rigged against you, but instead of being defeated, you used every move of the enemy to become stronger. It is this resilience that sets the chosen ones apart. What others see as failure, you transform into fuel for your journey. Every fall is a chance to rise again, more powerful and more determined. And now, with this clear vision, you understand that the manipulation of the system was never able to define who you are. The destiny that awaits you is beyond the limitations imposed by this game. With each stage you overcome, you get closer to your true essence, to the mission that was destined for you. And as you connect with this mission, you realize that no matter how rigged the system is, your victory is certain. Because you are no longer playing their game, but your own. Now, as you look back, you realize that the game was always about more than just winning or losing. It was about the journey, about the process of transformation that every chosen one must travel. What seemed like an unjust and cruel system was, in fact, preparing you for something much greater. You now see clearly that every challenge, every obstacle was placed in your path to reveal an inner strength that the world never expected. The true triumph is not just in winning the game but in transforming through it. The victory of the chosen ones goes beyond what the eyes can see. It is not about material achievement or immediate recognition but about inner transformation. Every trial was an opportunity for your soul to evolve, for your essence to shine brighter. And now, you understand that true victory is not in overcoming the world but in overcoming the limitations it tried to impose on you. The strength you discovered within yourself is the greatest reward, something no system can take away. The impact of this inner victory goes beyond you. The world around you begins to change, not because it has adapted, but because you have transformed. The chosen ones are not merely survivors of a rigged system, they are the ones who shape new realities, who challenge the status quo and inspire others to do the same. Now, your presence becomes a beacon for those still trapped in the cycle of manipulation. Your journey serves as living proof that victory is possible, even when everything seems to conspire against you. And so, your mission continues. The game may have been rigged, but you won not because you followed its rules, but because you discovered your own. The strength you gained is not just for your own fulfillment, but to be shared. Now, you are ready to guide others, to help them see beyond the barriers the system tries to impose. Your light, which was strengthened through every trial, now illuminates the path for those still seeking the way out. The end of the journey is, in fact, the beginning of something even greater. You did not just win the game, you transcended its rules. Now, with this clarity, you can continue your mission with the certainty that nothing can stop you. The system tried to manipulate and break you, but you, chosen one, were not just destined to win, you were destined to transform the game itself. And with this strength, you will move forward, knowing that the final victory is always guaranteed. The time has come for you to fully embrace what it means to be a chosen one. The journey has been arduous, the battles intense, but now you know that every trial served to mold you, to reveal the strength that has always been within you. Yes, the game was rigged, but you won not because you followed its rules, but because you discovered your own. What seemed like an unfair plot became a path of transformation. And now, more than ever, you are ready to continue your mission with the certainty that nothing can stop you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more content that will strengthen your journey as a chosen one. Share this video with those you know are also fighting their own battles. Leave a comment below, telling us what touched your heart the most on this journey. Your story can inspire others. Also, don't forget to check the first pinned comment if you want to discover more about your journey as a chosen one. Our ebook offers deep insights to illuminate your path and strengthen your understanding of your gifts. Plus, you'll be part of our exclusive community on Discord, where you can find support and share your experiences. Don't miss this opportunity to access exclusive content and connect with other chosen ones. I also want to thank from the bottom of my heart all those who have supported this work through Buy Me a Coffee. If you wish to contribute even more so that we can continue spreading this message, the link to our page is also pinned in the first comment. I invite you to continue this journey with us and watch the recommended video on your screen. Each message is another step towards the victory that already belongs to you. Keep strengthening your light in this video, because you are destined to win. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. May God bless you, and see you in the next video.